Right now we are waiting on our boat taxi over to Panajachel. We are going to do an ATV tour. But I want to double back real quick. Boat taxis are the primary mode of transportation around the lake. There are 12 towns located around Lake Atitlan, and by far the easiest way to get around is by boat taxi. Otherwise, it could take an hour just trying to go through the jungle.
The windy roads.
Exactly.
Nah. We're going to ride ATVs. We're going to be riding through some villages, a chocolate factory. We're also going to see a textile shop, which should be really cool.
We're going to get to see exactly how they're made as they're working. So we're really going to get an in-depth experience with that. So can't wait to show y'all and also get to experience what Lake Atitlan and Guatemala has to offer us. This isn't our first ATV tour, but it's definitely one of the most memorable that we've done because we were able to stop at multiple destinations and we learned so much at each one.
When we arrived to the textile shop, we were greeted by two women weaving, showing us the initial stages of the process. It's amazing how it starts like this and ends up being the completed piece you see displayed on the wall. Each are beautiful, colorful, and uniquely designed, and they're a true reflection of the Guatemalan culture because everything is colorful here.
Being that we're physical therapists also, can we take a second and just appreciate these women who are able to still kneel in this position and weave for an extended period of time at their age. We are always amazed to see older people maintain their longevity and vitality like this. Hey y'all, we just did one part of the ATV tour. We rode about half an hour or so over to a textile factory where there were some locals that were working and weaving, and we got a chance to see exactly how they do what they do.
It's really intricate and there's a lot of different designs. They told us that it takes about 3 months to even finish one textile, and they're called textiles because they're not just for tablecloths, or they're not just for your floor. You can literally put them anywhere you want to, just however you want to decorate. Whatever. I wish I had enough cash on me to buy one because they're definitely beautiful. But
yeah, you could just use your imagination, your artistic view, and put it wherever in your house or in your car that you want to.
Mm-hmm. And they range from like $30 to $60. Like 500Q is like the most expensive one they were saying. So I think it's worth it for handmade work. And yeah,
absolutely,
it's something that you can keep and remember forever. So I think it's worth it. But yeah, on to the next spot. After the textile shop, we headed into town to taste some coffee from Cafe Took near the Church of St. Catherine of Alexandria. Here you'll find delicious, locally sourced Guatemalan coffee.
Our ancestors, that will be the Mayans, they use this to grind coffee, chocolate, tomatoes, corn, or other food that needs to be grinded.
Our tour guide was very knowledgeable of the ceramic making process. He told us that the tools that they use even today originated from their ancient ancestors, the Mayans. And it would seem easier to just let the machines do the entire process for them, but in true artisanal fashion, they prefer to do majority of the work by hand. They say that the machines end up leaving back rocks that haven't been ground up properly, and that just makes more work for them in the long run. Now when the rocks are finally ground up, water is added to it and the liquid that forms is poured into a mold and baked and cooled for several hours.
Afterwards, we were able to visit the ceramic shop and see the finished products. There were so many options to buy, From plates, mugs, vases, they literally had everything and the prices were reasonable. Just be sure to carry cash with you if it's possible.
We just reached one of the last legs on our tour. We got to come to a place where they make ceramics. We got a whole tutorial on how they do the process.
It usually takes like 3 months to complete the whole process from start to finish. Handmade, painted, baked, all of it is beautiful.
All right, and now we're gonna head to a chocolate factory. We'll see y'all there. Yeah, so next he took us to the candy shop. I'm kidding. Next stop was the chocolate shop, which was our favorite part of the entire tour. We had never seen, let alone held, a cacao plant before. From the plant and the seeds inside comes cacao butter, chocolate, and many other things that we love and use on a daily basis.
If you're wondering, there is a difference between cacao and cocoa. Cocoa is exposed to high heat and it's very processed. So if you can get your hands on pure cacao, you're really getting the best nutrients possible.
Way more like chocolate. How is that one?
That's
More chocolatey?
I hit you. Dark. I hit you black chocolate.
Do you know the cacao has its own oil also? You didn't know that? What we do with the oil, we do creams, lotions, shampoos, soaps, and other stuff. Okay? If you see, we don't put any water in it. You're gonna see it right now.
Raw cacao is the purest form of chocolate. It's a superfood packed with vitamins and minerals, and cacao actually has more antioxidants than most foods, including green tea and blueberries. After all, it does grow on trees. The seeds are actually edible, so you know I had to try one. Here we're trying homemade 100% dark chocolate, which is the best for you, all the way down to white chocolate, which is actually Levon's favorite. It was fun tasting the different chocolates since some were sweeter than others. We also tried chocolate liqueur. There were a lot of different blends and flavors as well.
After a long and fun-filled day, we hopped back on our ATVs, taking in the way Guatemalans live their lives on a day-to-day as we rode through the streets. This was another great underrated part of this tour. You were really in the community, which is what I always look forward to when I'm visiting a new country. Once we returned the ATVs, we went out to eat with some of the people we met on the tour, some of which we still keep in contact with to this day.